From here we're going a little bit deeper. Note, straight spine again, face level, completely beautiful composure. And from here again, Henry's weight is dropping through both hips into both feet. It's not suspended anywhere above the ground. Why fight gravity? It's our friend, really. From here again, the weight is going into a completely flat leg on the right-hand side of his body, and the spine is completely straight. Obviously, there's more than just a stretch to this. It, in Tai Chi, is known as dragon lands like a sparrow. It's a fighting form for forms and push hands. Here he's giving his connective tissue another tweak by pushing out and pulling back the toes and extending the heel of the bottom leg. The foot that's being pushed away is being worked and is active. It's not just resting out there in the peripheral of his body, you know. So you make little circles and forward and back movements and sideways movements. Yeah, first of all, elongating the line from the back of the hip to the heel and through to the toes via the bottom of the foot. From here, something not very many beginners can do, but just to give you a demonstration of how flexible Tai Chi practitioners really are, and to let you see that this is more than just a dance performed by really old people in the park in the afternoons. Point of caution, never challenge an old person in a park in China. It can be quite a humiliating experience. And I mean, talking about the 85 and 95-year-old geezers out there, you know. Again, settling into the feet. Finally, rotating the ankles, loosening the ankle, knee, and hip joint, loosening the fingers and hands. This is a great exercise for dexterity and coordination. Try just this if you're getting up from your office desk one day. Just these exercises alone are really good because they stimulate the meridians that run through the ankles and the wrists and will instantly strip away any kind of physical stress once you've learned how to do them in moments, you know. And this little movement here is just to drop the feet, lifting from the stomach into the abdomen and releasing in a slow, controlled fashion. We're not stamping too hard because there's people below us in the restaurant here and they don't want Henry to put another hole in the floor here. So what this does is it just gently packs the energy into the bone marrow and bones and helps improve density and let the student feel their feet. And it's flicking out, you know. So any excess chi that the system hasn't integrated properly when doing this is just discharged straight away, you know. Any person who accumulates more chi than their body can handle falls into the category of supreme idiot. Now Henry's practicing navel rotations, and here he's introverting his awareness. Although his hands look like they're moving the navel, really it's his stomach that are moving the hands. Well, they're both doing the same thing at the same time. But his movement's coming from inside his body here, you know. This is really good for helping the energy sink down into the large intestine and small intestine, which is a great coil for storing energy. It's better to stick it into your guts, because if your body has too much tension then, it can blow it out easily, you know. If it's in the nervous system, then it becomes a bit of a problem, you know. Especially if you get hot energy up in the head and don't know how to ground it. Here we do standing meditation or wuji. What Henry's doing here is lifting up the top of his head, the top of his wrists, and sinking his spine. From here he's sinking Sung down to his feet and allowing peng to travel up the body and out along the outsides of his arms and back of his hands, while the energy is drawn in from the palms down to the feet as you breathe, or from the feet up into the hands. There's quite a few different variations of doing this. It's quite an advanced posture if you want to include chi breathing with it, but just standing like this for 20 minutes every morning will really kickstart your day off in a really nice way, and the body will take care of what it needs to do naturally. At the more advanced levels, we prefer to actually supervise the students' progress and make sure that if any deviations occur, the student has a teacher on hand to help them with corrective methods. From here, settling the energy back down, pressing the hands slightly forward, shaking off. And from here, Henry's rubbing his face. I think the rest of this is pretty much self-explanatory, so I'll stop my commentary for a few seconds. Bringing the energy down to the navel. This way is settling the energy, bringing it back inside. Expansion and contraction, two opposing yet complementary dynamics that are the core of Tai Chi philosophy, or basically all of nature. Stamping it into the shins and the calf muscles, where the body can store lots more power than anywhere else. Thank you, Sifu. That concludes our small demonstration. The next one will be silk reading.